All right, Bitcoin hoodie guy coming back with another Kaspa video. You can see there's some red candles on the 1 hour chart. Price, yep, we're down to just about 17 cents, which is still great when you zoom out and look at the big picture of where we're at. Look on the daily chart. But so I think one thing to keep in mind as we go on to this bull market and we get deeper and deeper into it, and eventually bull market peak, is just keep in mind that a lot of people throw a lot of ideas out there, and this is not throwing shade on these guys talking about the power law for Kaspa. I don't think Kaspa has enough data just to say that the power law is working, but that doesn't mean that Kaspa won't have a bright future. Miko Gino has this chart, and then Caspography is talking about it. The Kaspa power law is the only path of truth. Everything else is a waste of time. So I just don't buy into that narrative. But hey, that doesn't mean that it's not necessarily going to be right. Here, Michael Gino is talking about, by popular request, if the law holds for the next 16 years, it has for BTC. But BTC, I think, was January 2009, so it's actually been 15 years. Bitcoin also has more data points. Kaspa doesn't have very many data points. He's saying $1 by June of next year, $10 by 2028, $100 by 2032, $1,000 by 2039. So I think sometimes you just got to take this stuff with a huge grain of salt. Maybe you already are, but when things get hot and heavy and you see big pumps up, like we went up from, basically 10 cents up to, basically almost doubled in a pretty short period of time, and there's a bunch of energy and positive energy, these things start looking more attractive. And at the top, when we get to the top of the bull run, you're going to be looking, there's going to be things like this is what's going to suck people in, and someone's going to be buying the top, whatever it is, whether Kaspa's $1, $2, $5. And for me, I'm looking at things like the growing hash rate. It does fluctuate, and the fact that it's the mining revenue is the second highest of any proof of work for any proof of work. So and it's got a big lead over Dogecoin. The team coming out with the 10 blocks per second, hopefully hitting the main net, the rush rewrite, potential tier 1 exchange listings. And so that's what I'm looking at. I know that the power law, and you got people talking about the BTC power law, Giovanni, and then he's got a Medium article. I guess someone was debunking the power law, and they're talking about it. Bitcoin does have more data points, and that doesn't mean that it might not work out for Kaspa. You got to just take that stuff with a huge grain of salt and be careful of that, because whatever project you're in, Kaspa, whatever, the closer we get to the top of the bull market, and if there's a blow off top, whatever project you're in that's doing pretty good at that time, people are going to be talking about how it's going to be even crazier. Bitcoin's going to go to $5 million, this, that. So just be careful and try to look, and sometimes it doesn't matter what the tech is. Sometimes it's a narrative. There's a lot of junky AI projects in crypto that are going to do good just because they're connected to AI, and they might not even really be doing anything that great. So that's my 2 cents. There's going to be a lot of exciting times. I don't know what the price is going to be. I think it's possible it hits $1 this year or next year. And I think maybe even something like $2 to $5 is possible. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. I don't know. But I know that Kaspa should be in for a pretty good ride. And just be careful and really try to step back and analyze your thoughts. Because once we start getting price targets put in our head, or things like the power law, which may or may not hold up, it can distract us from potentially taking some profits and maybe changing our life in a positive way, because there will be a pullback after this bull run tops. So let me know what you think. Do you think the power law holds true for Kaspa, or do you think it will? Do you think the power law is relevant to Bitcoin? That's all I got. Thanks for watching. Stay bullish, my friends, and have a good day.